Hello everybody, Rick with Stumpt, here playing Kerbal Space Program, and let me show you guys what I did. I upgraded our science station, and check it out. I got us some stuff that we're going to need to make some planes, because I know that quite a few of you guys in the comments have been saying, hey, make planes, and okay, the day's finally come. We're going to start making planes, and I'm going to just come clean with you guys. I'm not very good at doing planes just yet, okay? So I'm going to need to ease myself in to this plane business, okay? So I built this little guy. See, he's just a little guy. And we've got these engines on there now, but what were those other engines? The Wheezy. High bypass turbo fan engine. This fan works best at low cruising altitudes. But this is a high-performance jet engine with variable geometry. I kind of like the sound of that. I'm going to go back with those. So this is just the little jet that I built, and it's just going to get us around. I've gone ahead and put Valentina and Bob into the driver's seats, and they're going to fly this badass little plane. And before I do, I'm going to pick up a couple missions. Let's see. We've got conduct atmospheric surveys, so we're going to pick that up because we're going to fly below these altitudes, and we can't go too high yet, so that's perfect. And we're going to conduct some temperature readings as well, so we've got quite a bit to do. I've named the ship Little Pointy because it's little and it's pointy, and it's got a couple jet engines on it. But if we're going to do our missions, then we're going to need a couple science parts. I'm going to need a thermometer. Just going to put it right on the top there. And I'm going to need a barometer. I'll put it right next to the thermometer right there. And this is our tiny little plane. So I just got to fly over these and take some temperature readings. That sounds easy enough. And I'm just going to crank this up. Take off. Wait, hold on. Revert. Bob and Bill are in the pilot seats. This is a bunch of BS. I swear, I've shifted things around countless times. I always put Valentina first, but somehow Bill and Bob, they try to take advantage of Valentina and take her spot every single time I try to fly. I don't understand why it's doing that. It's getting on my nerves because Valentina, she's my #1 ace. Don't want anybody else flying but Valentina. I mean, maybe Jeb, once we save Jeb. But until then, Valentina, you my go-to. So I've got a couple little thrusters on there, so this thing goes pretty quick. And I don't need it to go quite that fast, so I'm just going to dial back on the throttle a little bit. And so we just got to start going this away. There we go. Nothing to it. I'm a pro. Flying planes ain't so hard. Now, getting the good stuff at the planes, that is going to be hard because we've got to get quite a bit of science before we can start doing that stuff. And I want to get better landing gear. I just kind of hate the way that this landing gear hangs off the plane like that. Just very unsightly. Look at Bob. He's losing his mind. Valentina, she's totally happy. Bob, he's not used to flying. So he's kind of losing it. I don't care, though. That's what you get for always trying to take Valentina Kerman's spot in the pilot seat, man. Know your role. Speaking of roles, let's do some rolls. Whee! Hee-hee! Alright, flying jets is kind of fun. But after flying rockets so much, it's just so slow flying these things. I tried to practice earlier, and I tried to make it to one of the poles, and it took forever. Forever! And so you sort of take flying in rockets for granted. Just how speedily you get around, you know? Okay, it seems like I'm making my way slowly. If I just start cruising up the beach, I should be able to hit that spot. No problem. Take my temperature readings. Now, where else do I have to go to take those pressure readings? I got to take it all the way to the other side of the globe. Jeez. Okay, that's going to take me forever to get over there. I'm not looking forward to having to fly over there. That's going to suck. It's going to suck big time. I guess I could just take a rocket instead. Or maybe strap a rocket to one of my planes. Can I do that? We'll test that out. We'll test that out next, once I take these temperature readings. All right, we are entering Dinkelstein's Triumph. So let's go ahead and take our temperature reading now. Log temp. There we go, collecting survey data for Dinkelstein's Triumph. And let's go ahead and do a crew report while we're at it. Might as well. I guess not. Can I do an EVA while they're up here? I'm afraid to. I'm afraid what would happen. Bob Kerman probably will die. I'll keep you alive, Bob. Keep you alive a little longer. Okay, so we've taken that temperature reading. I'm going to hit Gleberta's expanse, and then we'll swing around and we'll hit Site XSJJ on the way back. Entering Gleberta's. Time to take our second temperature reading. All right, now we just need to take the last one from XSJJ. Entering the site. Now we just got to take our last temperature reading. Log temp. Yep. Perfect. Cool. Conduct temperature surveys of Kerbin is done. Now we just got to get back home. Runway's coming up. Time to start throttling it back. Dropping that speed. Dropping that plane. All right. My alignment looks pretty good. Speed looks all right. Just line it up. There we go. Come on, get it over just a little bit more. Turn it up just a little bit. Bring it in nice and slow. There we go. Drop that throttle. Throttle up a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay, okay. There we go. There we go. Drop it. Okay, we're off course just a little bit. Okay, here we go. Back on course. Come on. Come on, baby. Touchdown! Haha! Sweet! Break it. Wow. I did a lot better than I expected. And now we just got to make sure we break before the end. Ah, we'll break before the end, no problem. Sweet! Slow it down now. Slow it down. That was actually kind of a picture-perfect landing. I'm impressed with those skills. Not to toot my own horn or anything. And I may as well, now that I'm stopped, go ahead and do an EVA for Bob. And he could probably take a surface sample. Yeah, 9 science, that's nothing to turn your nose up at. We actually ended up picking up a pretty good amount of science on that trip. And we finished a quest, so kudos to us. Sweet, we've got 173 science now, a total of 241 reputation. We're doing pretty good now. I've been practicing this a lot, so I feel like I'm getting a lot better at Kerbal Space Program, though I know I have a lot to learn still, and I know that you guys are going to give me a ton of awesome input in the comments. So now that we've gotten the business end of things out of the way, I say we have a little bit of fun now. So it's going to take forever to get to the other side of the globe and take those pressure readings. So I want to try to, if I can, get us there a little bit quicker. Now, this is going to be a huge experiment here, which is probably not going to go well at all, but damn it, I'm going to try. So I'm going to put that on top here, and you guys could probably guess what I'm going to do. I'm going to strap a rocket to the top. That's what I'm going to do. This is probably ill-advised, but I don't care, because I'm a rebel. And what do I got to lose? Aside from my pilot. But she'll survive. I have faith that she'll survive. I'm going to put a decoupler there, and I'm going to strap a big friggin' rocket to the roof. Actually, no, it's not going to be that big. That's too big. That's really going overboard. How about here we go. I'll do a flea. I think that's much more manageable. And we'll need to flip it around, obviously. There we go. Maybe push it back just a little bit. Just to make it look pretty. Perfect. All right, and I'll put a nose cone on it for aerodynamic sake. There we go. Now, this is probably going to make our plane quite a bit heavier, but let's see how this works. Let's see. And let's see, what else do we need? We need to make sure that the staging's correct. So this actually, I want to go last. I want to fire this off. Then I want to... Come on, down. There we go. So we're going to fire our engines, then we're going to fire the flea, and then we'll decouple it, and hopefully coast down. See how far this flea takes us. And make sure that my crew is ready. Valentina, Bob, you guys are set. Okay, let's launch. All right, you guys, Godspeed. Crank it up. All right, we're moving. That's good. As long as we can get airborne. Oh, we'll get airborne, no problem. There we go. We are airborne. No trouble at all, actually. Now we got to turn around so that we can actually start to make our way towards the area. Did I remember to put my barometer back on? Okay, I did. It's on there. Flip you over. Perfect. All right, now it's the moment of truth. Bob. Thought you were freaked out before. Wrap your mind around this. Okay, here we go. Oh, God. Oh, God. This is not what I signed up for. Oh, dear God. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that didn't work at all. That just kind of flung us around, and there goes our rocket, launched into space. Okay, let's try this again. Rocket fuel fuselage, huh? This airframe fuselage features the latest in lifting technology. Ooh, okay, so I can put rockets on it. Maybe that's what we need to do to get us higher and higher. Maybe we are going to make a space plane after all. Try the old Reliance. Actually, swivels I think would be better. All right. I'm going to need more fuel, I think. All right, let's try that out. A little bit bigger, new rockets. This could either be really good or really bad. Let's find out. Crank it up. Okay, we're going very fast. A very swift launch. Cool. We have liftoff. Probably start to throttle back a little bit. We don't need to be going quite that fast. Sweet. We're actually flying, getting some pretty good altitude. Start to cut it back. Whoop, I don't want to cut it all the way. There we go. Let's just drop it back. And start to turn if we can. Oh, you know why it's not turning very well? Because I don't have elevators. That's what I forgot. Okay, let's go back and put a couple elevators on this thing. There we go. That's that turning that I was missing. Fan-frickin-tastic. All right, big wedge. First in flight. Now, we do have to go quite far to get to where my mission's at, all the way on the other side of the globe, and I don't think we're going to be able to make that. I think we're only going to be able to take Big Wedge out for a test flight. We're going to run out of fuel if we try to make it there, for sure. So let's just go ahead and test flight this. We'll try to take it in for a landing, and then we'll just have to put our heads together and figure out what kind of design I need to get all the way to the other side of the globe. I mean, I could just take a rocket. That would be the easy thing to do, but we want to do planes, right? Planes. Okay, we're beginning our descent now. Back to the airfield. Bring it down. Okay, we're just going to cut the engines. Start to float in. Just glide it in. Gliding is actually pretty efficient. All right. I didn't expect it to glide so well, but it's actually gliding pretty damn well. Just do a little dive, pull up. Yeah, that works pretty good. All right, Big Wedge, I like you. I like Big Wedge. Okay, it's time to turn it towards the runway. Oh, it's like a leaf on the wind. Look at this. It's glorious. It's glorious. All right. We're a little bit off center, but I think that we can pull this off. All right. Doing a little dive. Oh, this might be too steep. Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up. Ah, there we go. There we go. We got this. We're just off the runway, but it's okay. It's okay. Ha-ha! That works. That works. We'll just steer it onto the runway. Haha, 2 successful landings. All right, so Big Wedge actually worked pretty well. And I think that we can actually make one adjustment to Big Wedge. All right, it wouldn't be a space plane episode unless I made a plane that can get into space. And I don't know if this is the one that's going to get the job done. But by golly, we're going to try. This is the Big Wedge Mark II. Valentina, Bob, you guys ready? You guys are good. You guys are good. Let's do it. Come on, space plane. Let's go to space. Okay, liftoff is good. We're getting good lift. Now, I know that I'm not flying efficiently. This isn't the most aerodynamic, but I just want to get into space as soon as possible. So I just want to get as much altitude as quickly as I can. Then I will cut the throttle. Actually, we should probably try to fly towards land because the water is going to be a terrible place to land. Bob and Valentina kind of have concerned looks on their face. I think that Bob is clapping, perhaps, nervously, no doubt. Let's take a look at the cockpit. Oh, hey. What's up, Bob? There we are. We've made it into space. Now let's level off here. Now let's do an EVA. Why not? Hey, Bob, you want an EVA? Hey, yeah, buddy. Do an EVA report. 8 science, right on. Now get back inside. I wonder if they both can do EVAs and get separate science for it. Oh, they can't. That question has been answered. Now, re-entry. This is going to be something very interesting. I have never had to re-enter with a space plane before, and I'm sure that I'm not doing this very efficiently. But you know what? I've always been a fan of trial by fire, and that's what this is for sure. Look how happy Bob and Valentina are. They're losing their frickin' minds. They're very impressed with the Big Wedge Mark II. And I am too. I kind of dig this plane. I can see this being our base plane. We'll just sort of build on this design. I'll take your guys' input. Let me know in the comments what I can do to make our space planes better and to be a better space plane pilot, because I have a feeling that we'll be concentrating on space planes for a little bit. I'll start investing my science into building better space planes so we can get better engines, so that we can get higher altitudes and whatnot. We've done plenty of space stuff. I think it's time for us to spend some time on some planes. All right, we're coming in now. And you know, I've actually seen a space shuttle land before. It was one of the highlights of my childhood. And space shuttles don't use engines when they land. They glide in, and they make it to land just fine. Then again, they do land on runways. We're going to do things a little bit differently here. But we should be able to glide in to safety. Hopefully. And hopefully we don't end up plowing into that mountain range. Okay, we got to get into an angle so that we don't burn up. We are going to be going very fast. Hopefully the plane can take it. Okay, we're slowing down now. It doesn't seem to be overheating, and that's good. All right. It's just the right temperature. A little bit hot. Oh, Bob, he likes it. Bob, you like it hot? Yeah, you like it hot, don't you? Oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. Whoa! Whoa, God! Okay. We just lost the backside of our plane. No big deal. There it goes. All those pieces. Things went all wobbly, and now we only have the front, which means that we only have one piece of landing gear. This is not good. Not the best thing ever. Maybe we should have equipped a parachute, and we are actually plummeting straight towards Kerbin. Oh no. Oh no. That is not what we wanted to see. All right, so the big wedge took off pretty well. Landing, we need to work on that. I'll put some work into landing. I'll get better at it before the next episode. But what do you guys think of Big Wedge Mark II? Looks pretty sleek, right? Maybe I should just save some fuel for re-entry next time. And maybe have a parachute as well as a backup. Maybe just put like one of those radio parachutes on the top. That'd probably be a smart thing to do, right? Like just a plop, radio parachute on top, plop, like that. That might be a good idea. As a matter of fact, can I put a decoupler on here? Like an emergency decoupler? Let's see. Yeah, like that. There we go. Actually, let's test that. I want to test this. All right. We'll cut the engines. Detach. And sweet. Where did our plane go? Hello, plane. We've lost sight of our plane. Oh, there it is. Spinning out of control. It's gonna explode, isn't it? Is it gonna explode? It's gonna go into the water. Whoa, it's actually gliding pretty good. Look at it go. Look at it glide all on its own. It's flying like crazy. Look at it go. Look at it fly. That is impressive. I am actually surprised. Oh, there it goes. Oh, it's gonna crash now. Oh, it's gonna crash. Is it gonna crash? Every time I think it's gonna crash, it doesn't. Look at it. Look at it just dance above the water. This is incredible. How is it not blown up yet? There it goes, finally. Big wedge. Crash into the water. All right. This is where I'm going to wrap up this episode, guys. And this has been my first endeavor into making space planes. So go easy on me in the comments. And, of course, give me your suggestions, your feedback. Let me know what I'm doing right. Let me know what I'm doing wrong. Because I want to do some more space planes. We'll go ahead and concentrate on space planes all this week. And we'll get good at this. We'll build up our science. We'll take some jobs. We'll get those out of the way. Anyhow, I hope you guys are liking this. And if you are, be sure to give it a like, favorite, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys next time.